Okay, welcome everyone to the finals of Creative Business Cup Denmark 2021. We are now also being joined by a live audience, a digital audience from around the world. And this is the Creative Business Network's finals for the Creative Business Cup Denmark. We have seen the spring finals from all over the world. Yesterday was South Africa, a couple of days ago it was Estonia and so on, and they are all picking startups from the culture and creative industries, and they will all participate in the global finals in Copenhagen, digitally at least, at the end of June. That's the 28th, 29th, and the 30th of June. And you can all join us, of course, no matter where you are, because that will also be live streamed to every corner of the world. Why do we care, and why do our partners around the world care about startups from the culture and creative industries? Well, because they come up with great solutions to all the challenges that the world is facing, whether it's related to sustainability, to public health, to mobility, to equality, or whatever. We really can see a lot of solutions from the creative startups that are necessary, but they also have a lot of challenges, actually. A lot of investors don't understand their business models. They have a hard time getting access to finance. They have a hard time protecting the IPR. People are copying their stuff, what they do. Also, they're usually quite international, so we need to help them also get outside Denmark, for example, and to China or Russia or wherever. And lastly, they all come with something that's really core to their person and what they do. Usually, creative entrepreneurs put a lot of, I think all entrepreneurs do, but they put a lot of blood and heart into their products. We have started this morning actually with 17 startups, if I remember correctly, that were all pitched before a jury downstairs. Let me slow down a bit. And the jury has now met and selected 5 that will pitch. So this is the top 5 of CBC Denmark 2021. For those of you who wonder what happened with 2020, a year that some of us want to forget, but we're not forgetting the fact that several countries, actually 20 of them, also held finals in 2020, and so did we. And the startups that were selected in 2020 will also participate in the global finals for Creative Business Cup 2020, the same days, 28th, 29th, and 30th of June. And you can all join us. The event is called Bright. It's called Bright because end of June we have the Bright Nights. We have a lot of bright minds, and we hope to see a lot of bright solutions to all the different challenges that we're facing. I would like, before we start, to thank our jury and our partners that we work with. First of all, you can't see it, those of you who are not present in the room, but we're actually on top of a mountain or a hill, Copenhagen, urban mountain sports place. We are actually a total of 78 meters, can you imagine, over the surface of the ocean, of the sea. And here we have, on this mountain, we have 3 skiing pists, so 3 different pists where you can ski. We also have a wall that you can climb. We have lots of great stuff. And up here, we will also be in the future be broadcasting stuff. We're planning to have startup pitch to investors in this room, in this place, from this Copenhagen location. What makes it especially interesting is that underneath us, right underneath us, there is this massive, like you can imagine, in similar sense of snow, this meteor or this volcano of energy, because we're actually on the top of a waste incinerator. It's a waste incinerator that is producing a lot of the heat and a lot of the electricity for the city of Copenhagen. So on top of a waste incinerator, we have a ski hill and soon also an event or a place to broadcast startup pitches and to hear from seasoned investors how they do and why they do what they do. So join us end of June for Bright and the CBC Global Finals. And let me continue with the thank yous. So first thank you was for Copenhagen. My next couple of thank yous are for DI, the Confederation of Danish Industries, that have, ever since we started, been supportive. They have hosted a lot of great parties also at their location. So at the ground floor of the House of Industries in Denmark at the City Hall Square in Copenhagen, they have been kind to host a lot of events. And also on Monday, I would like to make you aware that we're live streaming the Green Impact Week opening. So next week, the 31st of May, Monday, you can join the Green Impact Week. That will not be from up here, but will be from DI, the Confederation of Danish Industries. I would like to thank the City of Copenhagen that have also supported us through many years, and the Enterprise Authority that is also, and the Ministry for Enterprise that have also supported Creative Business Network throughout the years. For prizes for the winners, we also have some special support from Moot, where the winner would get a Moot short doc. This is a video production company. They're also the ones that are helping us with all this. They will give you a 1 full day of recording, including a professional journalistic producer for the full days and 2 days of professional editing. You will get a pass for Tivoli, because sometimes you do have to go out and have fun. So the Tivoli Gardens is also giving the winner free access to Tivoli for all Tivoli seasons. It's a gold pass, so you can bring up to 4 companions. That's really cool. Pleo will also give you a one-on-one session. So the founder of Pleo, Jeppe Rendam, he will actually give you a one-on-one coaching session on advice and do's and don'ts in scaling your business, plus a guided tour of Pleo. We have Storytelling Academy. The Storytelling Academy, you will get an hour and a half with Helene Rosendal, and they will help you focusing on strategic storytelling, how to unfold your story, and that will be facilitated via an online workshop. In addition, if you have a tangible product, in other words, something you can put on a table or drop on your foot, Wikifactory is also offering you a 3-month team subscription to 10 collaborators. It's worth 210 euros, where you can actually have your products promoted within the global community of Wikifactory. And you will also get a training session on how to take advantage of distributed manufacturing for prototyping and distribution. So imagine you can develop something and then you can have it printed somewhere else, and you don't have to transport it everywhere. So these were some of the organizations and companies that have supported us and are supporting us, but more importantly, that are supporting you guys, the startups. Then we have a very important group of people that have worked hard today, and that's the group of jury members. I will just mention them here. You don't have to come up on stage this time. Some of you will, though, and present the winners and talk a little bit about what we've seen. So first of all, we have Annette Nørgaard. She's from the Growth Foundation, or Vækstfonden. We have Beata Dobsa. She's the founder of last year's winner. So Creative Business Cup 2020. Tripful with Beata. She's also in the jury. Camilla Skjørning Jørgensen from Bestseller, the clothing company, the fashion company. Frederik Hintz Andersen from the Royal Academy. We have Hans Christian Smed, who is the CEO of The House here in Copenhagen. Magnus Ræstofte, he's with the Danish Royal Theatre. And we have Michael Jeppesen, who is with Must. Palle Riesmøller with Connect Denmark. Rikke Østergaard with Advice. Robert Borges with the music magazine Gaffa. And Sofie Brandi Petersen, investor and a board member here at Copenhagen. Let me see what next I have for you. Yes. So if I remember correctly now, I'm supposed to announce who are in the top 5. And those that are in the top 5 should get ready. In other words, some of the top 5 might have to dial in, so you will have to be on that screen over there. Oh, I forgot a jury member. Let me see here. I suddenly remember because I looked over at that screen over there, and he's smiling. I don't know if you can see us. You can see us. Yes, he says yes. So Lars Mattiasson from CBC Sweden, from Xplot. We have, as I mentioned before, competitions in 80 countries, and we also have partners in 80 countries. And in Sweden, we're very lucky to have been teaming up with Lars and his team. And we also asked this year for all national partners to be present in each other's finals. And we invited someone who's very, very far away, sometimes it seems like, I think I can maybe look at Lund from here. Lars is also one of the jury members, and your vote will also be counted at the end here. So thanks, good to have you with us, Lars. So the top 5. We have, in alphabetical order, more or less, yes, in alphabetical order, Art Speaks of You. And after Art Speaks of You, Poiki Lingo will present. Then we have Refurbishing Food. And the last 2, only in alphabetical order. It doesn't say anything about who will win. It's Skip It and Wheelers. So now you know who are the top 5 of Creative Business Cup Denmark. Who will be representing? What? Did I? Did I say Wheelers?
We couldn't hear it.
Oh, you couldn't hear it. I said the last 2, Skip It and Wheelers. Wheelers. Wheelers, Wheelers, Wheelers. Yes, sorry if I wasn't clear enough. I was mumbling. Of course, I shouldn't be doing that. We now have all 5 that will be pitching. To those of you who didn't get to pitch up here, that's the top 5. All of you are invited to be part of Bright end of June, but more importantly, all of you are welcome to join the Creative Business Network. All our actual activities, eventually we'll be able to hug and kiss and shake hands and all that, and meet each other. But there is actually a really thriving, growing digital community also, where you can connect with partners around the world, and they're all very willing to help out. So you're all welcome to be part of it. Contact us and let us know what we can do for you to grow and to be successful, because that's what we're here for. So while you guys are getting ready, just to explain to you how the rest of this afternoon will look like. Here, we will have now 2 presentations, and then we will listen to the 5 pitches. After the 5 pitches, we have to introduce a small limbo time, and that's when I will interview some of the jury members about how it was to be a jury and what they have been looking for, etc. And we're doing that because some people from my team will be counting the votes. So we need to count the votes, and that takes a little bit of time. We have to make sure that it's done correctly. And when they're done with that, then we're ready to announce the winner. So that's how this afternoon will go. I hope we'll have a lot of fun. First of all, I would like to ask the most seasoned jury member that has been with Creative Business Cup Denmark, and also actually the Global Finals jury several times, Anita Nørgaard from the Growth Foundation, from Vækstfonden, to come up here. Tell us a little bit about your story, also as an entrepreneur you are yourself, and also your experience this year with Creative Business Cup. So,
yeah.
The floor.
Bye-bye.
The floor and the jury is yours.
Thank you.
That was a short speech.
Yeah, there are many ways falling down. Huh?
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for being here. I'm very happy for have the ability to be a jury and meet so many fantastic people as you. So thank you a lot for the great pitches and for the great ideas. I've been a jury, as Rasmus said, for many, many years, and I have also seen how this competition has evolved, how everybody has been better and better, and ideas has come more and more sharp, and actually also with the new sustainability label on it. So I'm very happy to have followed all that. So thank you for that. I work at the Vækstfonden, the Danish growth fund owned by the government in Denmark. And we work very, very closely with Innovation Fund as well. And for those of you, how many of you know Growth Fund? The Danish one? Oh, everybody. So, okay, I'm done. No, just to mention a little bit about it, there is the soft money, the money you get, and you don't have to give back in a way. and then the hard money where you basically have to pay back, either by a loan, which Vækstfonden is giving, not giving us that. You have to qualify, of course, but if you are asking or looking for possibility to get a loan in the bank and you cannot get it, then come to Vækstfonden and maybe we can help in another way. We also put guarantees in that terms, so you will be able to get a loan in the bank easier. And then there's, of course, the investment. But again, if you are getting an investor on board on your team, you have to be aware of what that is, and we will help you also in the dialogue on that. We have a huge network which we help with, and that's just one of the, I think, the very hidden thing in every company, basically. That's the competences and the network they can help you with as well. So many of you we work with, Connect Denmark, for instance, and we are actually helping each other in the network. So, hey, we have met a huge or a great startup. They might need some help. Can you help them? So you don't need to knock all doors yourself, but you can actually just ask us to help you. So that's an open invitation. Everybody, just connect. And just to come back to a little bit about me, who am I, and why should you maybe connect with me? That is because I'm actually, for the first time in my life, I'm having a title that actually tells who I am. I'm a networker, and that's my title. I'm a network consultant at the Growth Fund. Never tried that before, even though I've been a networker my entire life. And saying that is something I have learned to say, because using a network, don't underestimate the value of a great network. And if you are not a great networker yourself, just hook up with a great networker, then you have a great network. That's the secret. Now I told you. And I have actually been a startup myself for 12 years. I had the good, the bad, and the ugly experience. And with a successful company also, I tried actually to be a startup where it was not so famous to be a startup. Starting in a garage, don't do that at that time. Now it's so hot. But I've been on that journey, and just saying that I know where you are, I know the feeling on how to raise money, how to sell products, and a lot of other things. Not that I know everything, but I do have a huge network. So just to tell you, been there, done that, contact me. Thank you so much. Nice to see you, and good luck.
Thank you, Annette. And while I was out here on the side, I got a message from one of our previous international jury members. His name is Otto Kerr. He is now a member of the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. He used to be with Acumen Invest, an impact investor, and now he's with the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. And he sent this message in one of our groups: watching the Danish finals while flying 35,000 feet over Iowa in the USA. So someone is on an airplane somewhere over Iowa in the US, watching what's happening right now, live as we speak. So that puts a bit of pressure on our next speaker. And the next speaker is Lise Thompson from DI, from the Confederation of Danish Industries. She's in charge of everything they do at DI that relates to the creative industries. And for me, that must be everything then, so she must be the CEO. The Zoom is yours and the stage.
Thank you. And hi, Iowa and Copenhagen. I'm happy to be here. I've met some of the competitors at the pitch session a couple of months ago on a Sunday. So I'm happy to be back here. I'm actually going to tell you how DI can help you to develop your business. And I don't know, do you have a clicker? Yeah, look. Unfortunately, my presentation is in Danish. I apologize for that. The message is that you can have 1 year free membership of DI, the party with the house with the parties, as Rasmus said in his presentation. So we offer all startups 1 year of membership. And within the membership, you get some consolation and advice on how to work with your colleagues, how to have employees, how to internationalize your business, and I've got around 800 colleagues at the town square. So try us. We can help with a lot of different issues within startups as well. Hvor er den herhen? Der. Jeg skal lige en tand tilbage. Der. And just to tell you, I guess most of you know DI as the big house, the big glass house on the town square. But actually, of all our members, 85% of our members have less than 51 employees. So we are a huge network of smaller companies, actually. And we can facilitate network between them, between all our members as well. So there's a lot of knowledge in our companies, in our members. And just a little about what we do. Employee law, and then we help with internationalization. We have networks and events. One of the events is actually the opening of the Green Impact Week on Monday, as Rasmus talked about. But we have events almost every day during the year. We have different kinds of courses within HR, within leadership, whatever productivity it says here, but we still have, we also have in the branches, we have about digitalization as well. So we have a lot of different courses to offer. And I guess we can help you with communication, and then we have all our newsletters from all the different branches that we represent. So you can sign up for a newsletter within the furniture business, within the whatever branch we have, actually. There's a lot of different offers that you can dive into. And some of the topics that we handle is, as I said, digitalization, it's internationalization, and it's sales, how to help make sales better on the internet, for instance. And then we have a lot of, as I said, we have knowledge how to get, we have different workshops that you can join on the internet as well as webinars. So you just sign up, and they are normally for free. So you can get 1 hour of knowledge within the topic that is interesting for you. You'll just have to look up at di.dk, and you can see what you can find. This is the newsletter. That's especially for startups, because we have a department. My colleague is dedicated to startups, so he is helping startups and making courses for startups, and he has this newsletter, and they have the newsletter on Facebook as well. So try him out. He's really offering a lot of relevant knowledge to startups. Finally, my colleague Anders, who is the startup guy, and contact knowledge about me. I am head of creative industries in the Confederation of Danish Industries. And as Annette said, try me. Just join the network and see what we can do for you. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you to Lisa Thompson from the Confederation of Danish Industries, and they truly can give excellent advice. We also, on such issues as IPR, they have been instrumental in setting up a committee or a council on IPR issues and infringement of IPR on design, because many of you, part of your value will be design elements, visual elements. Now we're ready for the pitching. And the first should be Art Speaks of You. And I know Art Speaks of You will be dialing in from somewhere. So I will get off the stage, and you can't fall off the stage. So I think I've been told that you will be watching over there. Where will you see the pitch from behind me? Good. So, and we have a timer as well. When you hear a clock ringing, then it's because the 3 minutes are over. And welcome to Go Ahead.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. That's great. Hello, my name is Skeeter. I'm the founder of Assoy, professional coach and PhD. Assoy is short for Art Speaks of You, which is a proven and protected neurointelligent coaching app based on my PhD and classical coaching techniques. It can be used solely on its own, but we also use it in workshops and one-on-one sessions as a complete concept. Now, Assoy challenges a large-scale problem that costs 14 billion crowns a year in Denmark alone, as it helps to reduce stress by building personal leadership. It's a radically different solution from traditional stress and leadership programs because it uses works of art. And this app guides you step by step into any work of art that speaks to you, helping you to connect with personal strengths and needs in a way that automatically also reduces stress. Because the thing is that when you look at works of art you like, your cortisol levels in your blood are automatically reduced, while serotonin and oxytocin boost your energy and calm down your nervous system. And you don't have to know anything about art to get the full benefit of this experience, which we've tested with more than 1,000 people. And over 70% say that Assoy helps them shift their mental state from overwhelm and unease to, sorry, I need to get the next slide, to calmness and clarity, from mental deficit to mental surplus, thus empowering them to break out of stress, like the shop manager who joined our arts and health program, and like the executive who joined our leadership program. So while the shop manager uses this app for mental clarity and structure in her new job, it sends the executive straight to sleep as her picture automatically activates calmness, which is exactly what she needs, as she hasn't slept in 5 years. Now, the competitive landscape is enormous, but we stand out with a unique neurointelligent solution that breaks through cognitive barriers. Because the thing is that stress doesn't follow reason. So to break through stress, you need to break through cognitive barriers. And Assoy helps doing that effectively and effectfully. So since I went all in 6 months ago together with this team of specialists, we've had a turnover of about 180,000 selling workshops, sessions, and in unlimited use of the app, a follow-up program, and an online support forum. So by the end of 2022, we aim at a turnover of about 1.5 million, as we're negotiating significant B2G licenses. And we aim at investing these licenses in developing the app as a primary source of income. So we use the app in workshops and sessions. That's why we know it works. Now it's time to scale it up. So we're excited to hear more feedback, and we'll ask you which of these works of art speak to you. Get Assoy, let it guide you, and find out why.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So remember, all of you, those are the last 4 pitching. You have 3 minutes. And Georgios, he's from Greece, and he will be very stern if you go over the 3 minutes. Next up is Poiki Lingo. They're going to be up here on stage. I remind you that it's shorter than it seems.
So do I have to do this? Oh. Okay. Hello, I'm Paula, and this is Leticia, and we are co-founders of Wikilingo. Sorry. Can I start again? Okay, yeah. Hello, I'm Paula, and this is Leticia, and we are co-founders of Wikilingo. Let me start by telling you the story of Rashid and Ling. Rashid is an expat Indian boy who has moved to Denmark with his family and has been struggling in daycare with the language and the new routines. Ling was born and raised in Italy in a Chinese family. What do these kids have in common? Language barrier, a mixed identity from being part of two cultures, as well as the fact that they look different than everybody else around them. That's why we're building Wikilingo, a language cultural app where the parent creates a cartoon of the child who then plays in the games, being exposed to cultural aspects of the language. Our solution combines language, culture, and identity. Our app promotes the learning of the language at the child's own pace, and this is done by customization as well as artificial intelligence. Our target groups are children of expats, immigrants, refugees, and their descendants, and we expect to sell to 258 families in the first 3 years by selling directly to parents as well as making a business solution to governments and institutions. Growth will come as we increase language offerings.
We have 3 streams of revenue. Our main product, the subscription plan, and single premium apps, and licensing. Our first single premium app is about to be launched for 2 years old, and along this year, we are also launching for up to 5 years old. And we also test our subscription plan. All our activities are created by educators, and they are inspired by the UN Sustainable Development Goals, and they promote the 21st century skills. Our biggest competitor has 22 million subscribers, and they only offer English. We'll come with 4 languages, and we got a fund from the Innovation Fund Denmark. And our team has educators, animators, illustrators, and game developers, and the founders themselves have more than 15 years of experience in game development, language learning, marketing, and business development. Helping these children, who are usually underrepresented, will have a long-lasting effect in their learning, in their self-esteem, in their lives. And that can only benefit any society they are in, and perhaps the whole world. Thank you.
Thank you to Wikilingo, and the next up is also dialing in refurbishing food. So refurbishing food should appear soon here behind me.
Yeah, can you hear
There
me?
we go.
Sorry, I just have to ask, how do I skip to the next slides here? Sorry?
We can see your slides. Can you try? Can you
Oh
shift
yeah, but
them?
no. I cannot. Oh yeah. No.
Just say next slide.
Great.
Yeah, you can also just say next slide, and the technicians will change it for you.
Sounds great. Let's do that. Well, hi. I'm Laurits, and I'm a co-founder at Refurbishing Foods. Next slide, please. Sorry. Can you change the slide? Yeah. So at the moment, 8% of the global greenhouse gas emissions origins from food waste. And if you look at just a single juice-producing company here in Denmark, they produce 20 tons of these byproducts each month. Next slide. And that is what we want to tackle with our vision. We want to bring circularity into the food sector by upcycling these byproducts and turn them into new sustainable products. Next slide. As of now, we have a series of different products where our main focus at the moment is our crisp bread. Next slide. And the reason for this is that it has no safety risks and has a very high content of fiber in it, which makes it extremely healthy. And we have done some impact calculations saying that if we have a turnover of 600 units of these, we will actually save one day's annual CO2 emissions. Next slide, please. As for our business model, we then take these byproducts and then we develop a series of different products, and then we take the ones we deem are the best ones. We then set up the production line and add the needed ingredients, and then we sell it B2B to specialized merchants like Gainful and Råhus. Next slide. Oh yeah, sorry, just keep on. Yeah. So this is also how we want to distinguish ourselves in the market by introducing circular economy, and of course we want to produce mass market, seeing as the more products we sell, the bigger impact we will have. Next slide. At the moment we are two of us. We are both engineers with a specialization in business, where my focus is on the production and product development, and Maria is day-to-day operations and overall business modeling. We also hope in the future to either add another member or outsource our communication with the customers and consumers, seeing as this is not our strong suit. Yeah. As for our future plans, we hope to launch a core crowdfund to get some funding to further develop our products, but also to upscale our business. And then we of course want to form an advisory board to improve our collaboration with the Technological Institute to apply some intellectual properties. And we hope all of these elements will help us create a sense of community of refurbers who will drive the circular products to the shelves. And yeah, that was it. Thank you for your time.
So thank you to Refurbishing Food. And next in line is Skip It. Is Skip It ready? Yes. Is the microphone on?
I don't know.
It will be. Try and get up on stage and see. You probably shouldn't push anything. It's on.
Yes? Oh, sorry. Now we gave it all away. Okay, I'm ready. Don't tell me when there's 1 minute left. Okay? Cool. So, hi guys. My name is Maria, and I am co-founder of Skip It. So, before we get started, I actually want you to remember the last time you went traveling. So, the last time you visited a city that wasn't your own. And maybe you also remember the sweaty hand palms and your heart beating just a little bit faster in trying to figure out zone systems, what ticket to buy, and reading signs in a language that you couldn't understand. And maybe, despite your good intentions, you ended up taking a cab, paying overpriced for the short distance. Well, don't worry, because you're not alone. You are together with the 116 million tourists and travelers that each year visits the biggest cities of Europe. And this target group is set to double. And even though they represent a massive target group, the public transport networks doesn't see them as such. They are there to serve the domestic population and their travel needs. At Skip It, we also see a traveler's paradox. So tourists and travelers no longer want to stick to the status quo. They demand more authentic experiences. They want to be able to travel like a local, and they want to do it in a sustainable manner. But in an effort to realize this, our target group explore further into the cities, but the modes of transportation often cause a negative effect on the already congested roads in the cities that we call home. That's why we're staging an intervention at Skip It with two key aims. We want to simplify the planning, use, and payment of city transport throughout Europe. And we want to ensure that local businesses also feel the benefits from tourism. We do this by providing our community of travelers with an international travel card, promoting only sustainable modes of transportation, and with a personalized neighborhood inspiration feed to connect travelers with the local businesses. Our business model is twofold. So we both work with a commission-based model, where we get commission every time we sell a ticket, and then we also work with a €1 top-up fee every time a user is topping up the Skip It card inside the app. We are addressing a market size of 15.48 billion euros spent only in the biggest cities of Europe, only on local transportation and only by tourists and travelers. This, you can see here, we have our work set out for us for the coming years. We will be launching in Helsinki within the next coming weeks, and then the next markets will follow. We have already agreements with public transport networks, with hotel groups, and with destination offices, who have all teamed up with us to redefine travel and create the greener world, the greener cities of the world, and also allow everybody to travel like a local. Thank you for your time.
Thank you to Skip It. And last but not least is Wheelers. Wheelers, are you ready?
Thank you. It's a tough one to be after. Hello, my name is Maria, and I am the co-founder of Wheelers. We make sustainable Danish design furniture made out of recycled materials. Sorry, just a sec. We entered the market back in 2017, and before that, we aimed to go to be B Corp certified, which is a holistic certification, not only a product-minded, but looks at you as a whole company, work with people, planet, profit. We work with circular economy, not only as recycling of material, but in its full circle. We have designed a take-back system that we call the Wheelers ecosystem, where we take back furniture, resell, we refurbish, resell, and if that's not possible, we make sure that all materials go into the right material streams and are made into new design furniture again. Sorry. This is our latest chair that's called RUM, short for reused materials. It's made out of 100% fishing nets, and because of the circularity, it saves the planet 82% CO2 emission compared to a virgin plastic chair, new produced plastic. It is designed by C.F. Müller, and we have just entered the market with a new waste stream, making it black. This is the color of the fishing net. We add no color, so this is the color of fishing nets. A new chair in black, which is where we're tapping into a new waste stream, e-waste from computers, phones, all that. Actually, one of the biggest waste streams, quickest growing waste streams in Europe. We have been biggest on the B2B market and have been working with big architect firm all over Denmark. We have agents all over Europe. No, not all over Europe. We have agents in Germany, in Netherlands, in Belgium, and in Spain, pushing our products as well. We have a product line of different furniture, all made of recycled materials. We have a daybed, we have a lounge chair, and we have this RUM chair that comes in 3 different configurations with an armrest and an outdoor model. And this chair is also an award-winning chair this year and 3 awards last year. Yeah, I think that was it. Thank you.
So that was our round of the 5 Danish finalists. I want to pay a tribute to Lars from Sweden, our X-Plot CEO, who is our national partner in Sweden. And you found a winner yesterday, right? You can just nod because I can't hear you. This week, at least, you found a Swedish winner. You did, indeed. Great. And the winner from Sweden is called Footprint Level. So the Swedish CBC winner, Footprint Level, they have a mission to contribute to a more sustainable future. They aims at driving large-scale behavioral change. How? By developing services for companies that help them track their climate work in relation to the 1.5 Celsius Paris Agreement target. So that's who we're going to be up against. We can see Sweden from here on the 28th and 29th and 30th of June when the global finals take place. So now it's time for the jury members to cast their votes. Someone from the team here will be collecting the votes and will be calculating it. And now I actually just need to get some time to pass time until all that happens. So I ask the jury members to complete their votes as fast as possible. Hand them in to whoever is collecting them. And while that is happening, I would like to see Pelle and Camilla and Mikael up here on stage.
Hi.
So we have Pelle from Connect, Denmark.
And I have Pelle's voting.
And Mikael from Must. And Camilla from Bestseller. Please come up on stage. You have to hand in your votes. And the rest of you as well.
And now I know yours.
Yeah. Well, you didn't change mine, I changed yours.
Yeah.
Is that lady from Danish Industry still here?
Lisa Thompson? I'm not sure. There we go, back there. Excellent.
I have to say that from having several startups, the one thing that changed everything for us was actually Danish Industry. That's where you make the biggest sales. It's actually more about selling to the other members than it's all the crap about law and stuff. So forget about the advice he's talking about. It's actually a great community for companies that knows how to find money and get some jobs.
Like Annette pointed out, networking is everything, and also for the members of DI, of the Confederation of Danish Industries. So we're going to pass a little time here in the good company of you guys while we are collecting the votes. Are we almost done with that? I hope so. Now we are going to have them calculated, and then we're going to have some winners announced. And I would like to just start out. Do we need microphones, or you're mic'd up already?
We're mic'd.
Oh, fantastic. How was it being? You're all newbies here in the jury. In this jury, is it different from other juries, or is it all the same? You can start, Camilla.
It's the same and different. I would say you need a clock that you
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah.
So and when the time runs, you cut the mics.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little tip on controlling time.
Yeah.
But I think what I take with me from this one here is that I meet people from other industries and other organizations, and we actually talk about the innovators that we have seen. And I hear their opinion. I think that's very valued, and I take some new perspectives with me back, and a new way of voting that I will pitch to the other scenes where I'm also a jury, because I think that's very important that you hear this. I'm just used to writing a number, and then it's in or out.
Yeah.
I think that's very valuable.
So the dialogue among the jury members.
Yeah, and the different industries that sit together with different perspectives on it.
Yeah. And although you're in fashion, with Bestseller, I remember we had Pernod Ricard's vice president of innovation in Copenhagen for the global finals, and we don't have any alcohol startups, but Pernod Ricard is about everything about running a business. So he was in for the logistics, for the marketing, for the communication parts. Has that also been, so I don't know, we've had some that have also discussed fashion and textiles, but could you get inspired in other fields of your work?
But the beauty of fashion is that it's integrated into so many different fields because the material that we use is from a raw material. So we actually tap into the wood industry, the oil industry, and the agricultural industries. So we need to know a lot about other industries when we work in the fashion industry. And of course, we work with up to 5 different tier levels. So we have a huge touch base of different players before you get a final garment out of it, and you need to work with both the buying and the business side of it and the design part of it to succeed in the fashion industry. You can't just take one of those aspects and be a success.
Take a holistic view on it. So, Palle, you're with Connect Denmark, so you know something about connection. You have also been part of the jury for the first time. Are there some of the jury members you don't want to connect with?
Always. No.
So, being a jury member is also, you come in with your personal experience and your preferences and everything, and you have to somehow still open up your mind to others' opinion. How has that been during the jury process this year?
Yeah, that's the beauty of this, because I think the opportunities are the most important piece. That you actually seek out all these opportunities, and also for all the ones that are presenting, but also for the parts of the juries. Because as you also say, well, it's not just because I'm an expert in digitalizations because I've done it for 20 years. It's more of the input from different angles that puts it into perspective, and that you can use in other aspects and later on.
You get inspired.
Yeah, and especially because we run 200 juries a year at Connect
Denmark.
So we see a lot of pitches, and they vary a lot, but just taking the step to go in front of other people and hearing their opinions actually makes it a lot better. So we also see from our points of view from the jury that we learn from each other, and we actually learn how to pitch. Because sometimes we try to explain something, and when we have to explain it, that's the issue. So if it's not self-explanatory, then you're, if slide number 1 and the first 1 minute doesn't work, then you're behind on numbers. Then you have to pull it in afterwards. So it can even teach old guys like me something. Yeah.
Mikkel, I'd like to talk with you a bit about emotions, because
You know that we had a fight?
Yeah,
Did you hear about it?
No, we have.
We were disagreeing. I thought everybody would agree with me.
Because we have a partner called Unoodle, and they run this online assessment of startups, some 50,000 a year or so. And they actually think, and maybe they're right, that an online, unemotional assessment of a startup is a better predictor of the success of a startup. That if you're distant from it, if you see it on a flat screen and read the figures, and that will actually be better at predicting who will be successful and who won't be successful.
Yeah, I completely agree, and I'm pretty sure that the winner today is going to be the best storyteller, and that's not the same as being the best project.
But isn't that also part, because you're in storytelling to be a successful company, you have to be also a really, really good storyteller.
Yeah, but the problem is the other way around. If you have the greatest product, like the lady with Velot, she actually has a chair that's 100% sustainable. Every piece and part of it is sustainable as the only one in the world, but she forgot to tell us that part. Is she going to win? Probably not. Would she have won if she had told us? Maybe. So I think you can lose a lot if you forget what your true value proposition is. And that's the only disappointing thing about today, was that we had to dig to find the potential. There was so much potential in all the cases, but it was like the people presenting it, they didn't know themselves what their strengths were.
You've been hiding your gems, guy.
Yeah.
You have to dig out your diamonds and show them to the people, right? So any advice from any of you for this? That was one piece of advice. So I don't believe that we should go completely digital and be remote from everything. I think to judge a good startup is also looking at the team and taking all of these non-verbal cues that you can see. For those of you in the startup scene that are women, there are lots of studies showing how men jury members will treat you differently and will ask other kinds of questions that you have to counter in a different way. There are lots of stuff that you can study in that field. We have actually also seen this spring, we have published a lot of studies that we found that show that if you invest in a female founder, you will have, all things equal, a better return on investment than if you invest in a male founder, a male-run startup. All things equal. But still, 98% of all the funding for startups in Denmark goes to male founders. So just
Can I come with one piece of advice?
Yeah.
Here it comes. Stop pitching when you are networking. So many people like myself are so obsessed with our own product that we can't talk about anything else. And that's horrible.
But I think it's more about the opportunity, that you have to be opportunistic and keep on going for the next meeting, the next roundup, seek advice, go into mentoring, all of that, because you never know when you're going to sell. Right? You might be on the train, it might be right up here, it might be somewhere else, but it's the continuous trying. Just keep on asking. And at some point you mentioned that someone contacted everybody that was on the list. Do that. Mm-hmm. We might meet out somewhere where we actually have a checkbook with us.
Camilla, any advice for the startups?
Yeah, the thing about network, it's really important. And reach out to people and write to them. And we're probably very busy, everybody, but some of the people that got through to me reached out to me via LinkedIn or whatever they could find me. And I might not answer today, but I might answer in a half a year because that's when it's relevant. And be curious, because it's when you're curious that you find out who it is in your network that will open that door that you need to have open.
And most people are checking their social media every 10th minute to see if somebody has contacted them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Let me just take a quick look out here to see if we have the winners ready. We have already? Good. I don't need any more small talk. So thanks a lot for coming up here and helping me out. Great advice. And if I should give one last advice, you all know the Superwoman pose? That if you stand like Superwoman, ironically, your testosterone levels will go up. And don't worry, you will not get a mustache if you're a woman. But if you stand just for 2 minutes every day as Superwoman, you will actually be more calm, more confident, and you will actually be less stressed when you are about to pitch. So that's another small piece of advice. Now we're going to announce the top 3, and we're starting with number 3. And to help me to announce who is the third runner-up, that's Sofie Brandi Petersen. She is on the board of Copenhagen, so she's on the board of a mountain, of an urban mountain. Will you come up on stage and help with the announcement of the third place?
Hello again, everyone. I have the pleasure of announcing the third prize winner. And, drum roll.
Drum roll.
The third prize winner is Refurbishing Food.
So, for Refurbishing Food, you are with us online somewhere. We can't see you right now, but congratulations. We will send this off in the mail to you. Thank you, Sofie, for helping us with the third runner-up. Second runner-up to announce, the second runner-up is Rikke Østergaard from Advice. Come up on stage. And let's see if it's someone here in the real world.
Thank you so much for all your amazing pitches. It's been a pleasure watching them all. Second place goes to Poikilingo.
Poikilingo. Yes. Now that we actually have you here, you are supposed to come up on stage. So get up here. And now you will be broadcast live to an airplane flying over Iowa. So smile to everyone. Oh, what do you want? Oh, yeah, we should look in that direction, apparently. So sorry, viewers, we just have to change the angle a bit because of lights. Thank you. Excellent. Thank you. And congratulations to Poikilingo. Then, who will represent Denmark at the Creative Business Cup Global Finals 2021? on the 28th to the 30th of June. To help me announce that, because that's really, really difficult, I'll ask Camilla Schöning Andersen from Bestseller to come back up on stage. Where's Camilla? She's right there. And I also would like last year's winner, so the winner from 2020, Beata Dobsa, she's the founder of Tripful. She won CBC in 2020. It's not that long ago. We held it in October, so it's 6-7 months that you've been a winner, and then you're going to pitch against the other 2020 finalists in in a month or so, almost. Yeah. So now I have no clue who have won. It's going to be interesting. The stage is yours.
Ooh, I know and you don't know. That's exciting, right? This is actually one that I really hope succeed, because it's something I will use personally once Corona is gone, and that's Skip It. Skip It!
Yay. So Skip It is the winner for 2021. And I think we need to be facing that way. Come up on stage. Yes, please.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Yes.
This is fun.
And going forward. Yes. Don't worry about us.
We're in the back.
Tak skal I have. Thank you.
I keep it.
So now in the program it says goodbyes and drinks. Let's do it the other way around. Drinks and then goodbyes, okay? Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you, Lars, CBC Sweden.